Hey, what's up, Instagram fam? As I said before, I wanted to start a project where I have some people, some Native American folks that are living on or off the reservation to come and spit some facts or just tell you some stories or just shoot the shit. And this is going to be my first episode. I don't know how it's going to go, really, how I really want to do it, how many questions I want to do, how long I want to go. So this is the first start of I'm just gonna do it by myself. Tell you a little bit about myself, my reservation, and then if after this somebody wants to come on, hit me up. People have questions, you can ask me, comment or whatever. Um, but yeah, so the name hopefully is gonna be Northern Circle Art Project, which is the housing projects that I grew up in Mendocino County. So yeah, here we go. That's pretty much my first question, and that's what res or tribe did you grow up on? The reservation I grew up on is Manchester Point Arena Reservation in Mendocino County, which is in Point Arena, California. Um, I was adopted by a full-blooded Pomos Wapo woman. Um, Yeah, and I think we moved to the reservation about when I was like 10 years old, and we had a bunch of like a bunch of my uncles lived there. Yeah, all my family, all my cousins, pretty much grew up on the res. So hopefully, I'll have some of them on here soon too to tell you some of their stories. But yeah, that's pretty much it about that. Where the reservation is and the tribe. So that's Pomo, Pomo, and Wapo. I'm not sure how to spell that one. Um, Whapo, but I could be super wrong on that. And then my second question would be, does or did your family practice any spiritual teachings? So my mom, she raised me Christian, so she didn't have any of the beliefs, but she does do some basket making, and she does know how to make like bread and a bunch of other stuff. And her basket making is super amazing. I'll upload some of those pictures here soon. Yeah, and she does know some of the language as well, which is she's teaching me, and I butcher the words, so I'm not going to do that right now. Let me practice a little bit more, and then I'll try some of that for you guys. But yeah, and I've heard stories of my grandmas and a couple of my aunts being sent to some boarding schools. So I think that's what most likely um, brought forward the Christianity. And I'm not, I don't knock my upbringing. I love how she brought me up. You know, I just wish I was able to learn a couple more things. She did allow me to do some dancing when I was a kid and stuff, but I kind of fell off as I got older, which is super unfortunate because other things were cooler than learning, you know, my culture. But yeah, it's never too late to continue learning it or, try to learn it. So that's hopefully what I'm going to continue doing in the future. So that just about wraps up my second question. My third question will be, do you or your family get money? So I get that question so much. It's crazy how much I get that question. I don't get any money, so I was adopted from the first day I was born, and I do not know who my dad is. And then because of this blood quantum, I think it is, or whatever, I could be butchering that word. um, you have to be like 24% of that tribe or a certain amount of number, I don't know, of that tribe to be considered a member. And I don't know who my dad is, so I don't know what tribe he's from. So um, unfortunate, but I've come to terms with not knowing who he is. So because I was raised by an amazing mother. Yeah, so I've come to terms with it, and if one day it comes about, then it comes about. I'm not out there gonna search for it anymore because I think holding it back caused a lot more pain than it did anything else. So yeah, I just forgot about my question, but yeah, I don't get any money. Neither does my family. We definitely do have a casino, and I think I don't know any other legalities or anything. They had to like borrow some money, so from other tribes and other like I don't know. The government's probably making them pay something off. I don't know. But eventually people will get money, people will benefit from it, and people are benefiting from it now. People have jobs in the community. People are, able to go there and gamble, do whatever, eat food, get drinks. There's live music. So it's a good thing for the community for sure. And it's definitely helped clean up the reservation for sure. Every time I go back, it looks nicer and nicer. And every time I talk to my mom, it seems like people are getting new things. People are happy, and that's what it all comes down to, is having a strong community that's happy with each other. So yeah, that wraps up that third question. So my fourth one would be, do you have police or your own laws? No, my town is population about 500 people, so I don't think that would be necessary. In the reservations, populations maybe like 75, if that. And I'm just pulling numbers out of a hat. I don't know for sure how many that there are. I'm just guessing. But yeah, as far as police, no, I don't think the reservation is big enough. Other reservations do, and hopefully I can bring on somebody that does know a reservation where they do have cops, or even I just would like to hear about how that type of reservation is, and if their cops are like any other cops. I mean, it's and how do they do the hiring? Is it hiring of Native Americans? Do they outsource to different people? I don't know, and that's a very good question. This casino does have security, but they only work within the casino. So, yeah, that's about the only like security that's out there. And even when we call the cops, it does take about, an hour or two for them to get out there. I mean, it is like we are in the mountains, in the cuts. So it's hard. I mean, I get it's a drive, but also I feel like they do take their time to get to us. I know there was a woman shot to death, and my little cousin was in the house, and she said it took them for about 2 hours to get there. And then when they came in guns blazing, like guns drawn, and what suspect is gonna be there 2 hours later. So I feel like the gun was unnecessary. It's just an ongoing, discussion. Cops don't care about us if your skin is this color. But But yeah, we don't have like, and as far as loss goes, I mean, it's the same as anywhere else. You know what I mean? You want people to be, like I said before, you want people to be happy. You want people to be safe. You want people to be drug free. You don't want people to be stealing. You don't want crime. You want a healthy, happy community. And like I said, like I just said, it seems like it's coming to that. It seems like every time I go home, it's nicer and nicer. There's more, like jobs for the casino. There's a new school. There's everything. I see people on Facebook just, upgrading their lives. So, and that's what I like to see in the community, and that's awesome. And, it's rare that we have to use the cops. We have to call the cops. But we have to sometimes, and it's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? And that moves me on to my last and final question, and that's, how do I feel about Native American mascots? And there's a couple that I like, but it's like hard because I don't think the fans fully know who the mascot is, or when they're going to the games and they're wearing the headdress and doing the tomahawk thing. I don't think they're fully have knowledge of who these people are, and these people still exist, and their history of these people that have had so much stolen from them. And I think if people understand that, it would be okay. But I don't think people are going to understand it and want to learn. So I think until that happens, we need to change it, until our history books actually teach us what happened in this country in the beginning in 1492, and all these people, all this genocide. I don't think we should have any teams named after Native Americans. And unfortunately, none of these teams even give back to any tribes in the area, or any tribes in their state or around them, and most likely don't even hire anybody that is of Native American descent. Most likely don't even have any Native American players. And yeah, I think until the culture of Native Americans is represented more, and the people are represented more, I don't think we should have these teams named after them. So yeah, I think until those things change, I think we should change them. But yeah, those are my thoughts for this first segment of Northern Circle art projects. The name may change. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. But if anybody wants to come on and talk with me, chat with me, let's do it. If anybody has any questions, comment. If you have anything you want to add, if you want to just talk about stuff, hit me up, man. I'm hopefully going to do this again, you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day.